The journey has begun, folks. Whatever this new hot beginning is that is bringing great healing and a journey, being very powerful in your ability to direct based on the knowledge you learned as the hermit after leaving something behind that we don't need to talk on anymore. You've gained a new perspective. You've either had rest or spirit's telling you just keep going because you're about to cross threshold. You know, and it is always that last leg in the journey of the battle that people want to give up, right? And I'm telling you, don't give up. Keep moving. Keep moving, okay? No matter who's trying to put whatever their own perspectives, like maybe the hangman in reverse represents somebody who can't get a perspective change about your journey, and that's really none of their business. Even if you've had a close connection with somebody, it is none of their freaking business what your journey is, especially spiritually. And it doesn't matter if it's unique or eccentric, as long as you are safe, sane, and you're practicing safely and with consent with other people in mind. If you are practicing, then it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. It doesn't matter about their misconceptions about your faith, which is unique to you. And again, I'm an animist, and I believe that spirit is in everything, which means I believe every religion, every spiritual belief is valid. And that's really hard for some people to conceptualize, and that's okay. But I'm able to look at other people and their beliefs and go, wow, we sure have faith in common. That's cool. Just having some tea here and clearing the table. I think I'm going to pull a couple cosmic energy oracle cards, and I might go back into the tarot. Let me give this a shuffle. Let me know if you like when I make short form clips, because I do like, I like making my content accessible to people who like shorter and longer form. And I'm a very creative person, so I actually enjoy the process. My back doesn't much care for the process, but my mind likes it. My heart likes it. Yeah. For those of you tuning in real time, so it's the 21st today on Monday, which is why I call this Tarot Moon Day, by the way. That is something unique to me. The new moon in Taurus is coming up on the 27th. So next Sunday, so we are in a waning moon phase, which means we are releasing, we are cleansing, we are purging, we are purifying. We are working on getting rid of what no longer serves us, releasing, healing, resting, going inward, going into the dark. And new moons are all about bringing stuff in, taking action, moving forward. And since we are happily out of the shadows of Venus and Mercury retrogrades, we are able to fully walk forward with communication, with travel, with relationships, with our values, with our material needs, creating what we find beautiful, like the Empress card. You know, it's about creating that beautiful life. That's what you're walking or dashing in with the Chariot. You're moving towards that life, that dream life, especially if you're working on manifesting. All right, cosmic energy. We have love. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. Love is everywhere. Open your heart to feel it. Maybe do some heart chakra opening. I have a couple guided meditations. By the way, if you want to check out my more Zen content, I did a 25-minute deep healing shamanic meditation last week. I also clipped a shorter version of it with the second half for those of you that didn't want to do the deep inner work. Freedom. Freedom comes from inner liberation. That's the truth. So love and freedom, they can coexist together, believe it or not. Maybe that's something you've come to realize on your quest, or maybe that's part of the quest for you. Again, I don't, I just saw blessing and bravery at the bottom of the deck. Okay, I guess we'll take those. And peace. And joy. I love these cards, but I mean, come on. Alright, Spirit, we get it. Someone needs to take a chance on love, apparently. Or decide, like, the kind of love that makes them feel free, makes them feel blessed, makes that they can be brave and bring peace and joy into their life. I don't know. I haven't thought about love for a while, but I do have an open heart. I work very hard to stay in that energy because it will help you create, and it'll help you come out of the Empress in reverse energy if that does represent you. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. Sometimes we are the blessings to others, and if you are an earth angel or you see yourself as a healer or a spiritual worker, or somebody who wants to be those things because you feel called to it, it does require bravery. You do have to find inner peace, but everything you work towards will bring joy. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. Yeah, when you're in that flow state, in that creative state, or you're practicing or doing something you love, it doesn't have to be spiritual. That's kind of my vibe, but you end up feeling that joy, that bliss. It brings comfort to your inner child, and you're able to find that peace. Right here it says, find inner peace in moments of stillness. Bravery, face the unknown with bravery, trust your steps. And that's right underneath freedom, and blessing is right under love. Peace and joy are a part of that. So, I'm going to... Cosmic Tarot's not really talking to me anymore. I'm going to wrap this reading up soon. Adelita of Earth in reverse. So that's the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. That's absolutely stopping progress towards something. And underneath, bottom of the deck, is Six of Air. By the way, the Adelita of Earth is ruled by the yucca plant, or yucca, excuse me. And Six of Air is cattail, which is really cute. I'll show this on the camera if you're watching. So that's, people typically know it as moving to calmer waters, finding peace, or having someone bring you across to calmer waters. Usually it could represent a guide. And it's right next to the peace card and joy card, right on top of bravery. So with you not wanting to move forward on something, some kind of blessing, and again, it doesn't have to be love. You could have concerns about your freedom, but remember that when we're doing things we love, We are free. Someone needed to hear that. And that empowers us to be brave. And when you know what you want and you know who you are, you are bold, and you also spread that joy, and you do become a blessing to other people because your energy is potent, it's powerful, it's pure, it's healed or healed enough. And when you get to just be yourself and you be authentic and you take the mask off and you only allow energies into your life that is going to empower your life, support you on your quest, whatever it may be, or putting roots down. You know, we had that root chakra, solar chakra, sacral chakra colors coming out in the oracle. So it's possible, like, you want to set roots before you feel like you can move into a new direction that you know will bring you peace and joy. Just remember, though, it's like the Spirit already said to get moving. They already warned you twice. Like, the cards were very direct that you need to stop procrastinating, that there's no more time. I don't know what you're dealing with or what you're moving towards, and it's possible it wouldn't be safe for you to do that. So always use your discernment in whatever you're dealing with in your life, okay? But do trust your spirit guides. Do trust your intuition. And if you need to reach out and get help from somebody, do, because I'm not a medical or mental health professional. I am an advocate and a spiritual guide. I have wisdom, but I do not give advice. Okie dokie? Alrighty. Just had to state that. And I just saw Adelita of Fire and Strength in reverse. So that's Knight of Wands and Strength in reverse. So you are moving towards something, some kind of, you're on a quest and a spiritual journey. But the Strength in reverse kind of goes with the Bravery card. But it looks like you are moving towards something. So it's interesting because we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse over here. And then we've got the Knight of Fire. So maybe it's like you can't decide. Like you can't get peace on an issue. And whatever this confusion is making you very confused. Adelita of Air. Now we've got the freaking Knight of Swords. Well, are we going to get the next one? And I don't know how, but my cards got so mixed up. That was weird. We got the Awakening card, the Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, the Moon card. These are all the ones that are upright that shouldn't be. I don't know how they got mixed up. Empress card in reverse. Spirit likes to mess with me sometimes. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Are you guys tracking all this? Do you need me to slow down? Because I don't know if I'm going to read on all this. We'll be here all day. I'm already losing my voice, so bear with me. The Lover's card in reverse. Four of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Eight of Swords in reverse. That's what I was feeling, was that Eight of Swords. And I'm not going to read the rest because half the deck, but I felt like all those cards needed to be read out. If you do your own readings and you want to kind of dive into that further, yeah, and then Ace of Wands right in at the bottom near the beginning of the deck there. And I shuffled these. You guys, excuse me, y'all heard me shuffling everything, right? Saw me if you're watching the video version. Yeah, we started off with the Ace of Wands. This is the new quest, new journey that you are working on, and you're having a hard time figuring out. I guess I'll take a look at these cards, but I don't know. If you want to hang in, go ahead. If not, thank you for stopping by. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. If not, then this is for the select few that are still hanging in, okay? We're going to call this a separate message. And I just realized that there's a kind of naughty song playing on in the background. I haven't edited this new playlist yet. I just added a bunch of other playlists to it. So, slightly embarrassed. Excuse me if you're like listening to the lyrics. Please don't back it up and listen again. Don't do that to me. Alright. Anyways, get out of your head, it says with the 8 of Swords in reverse. Wow. Okay. 5 of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to yell out the plants on these. I'll work with this deck some more in the future and we all can get acquainted with it then. So 5 Pentacles is filling out in the cold, putting something out in the cold, or somebody put you out in the cold and you were all up in your head, but now you're out of it. So that's cool. This was a karmic lesson that you had to learn. It's upside down though, so it could mean that you still haven't made the decision. Which, again, over here with this conflict of energy of the 3 different knights. Everything except the Knight of Cups, which is the cup you would want. If this is about love, that's the one you would want on the spread, right? So it's like completely missing. Everybody else is down. We got the slow knight. We got the quick knight. We got the intellectual planning knight. Oh my goodness. 4 cups. Bored. Not looking at your blessings. Lover's card in reverse, possibly because of a past love or a union, or not being in union with yourself. 9 of Wands in reverse is putting an end to wounded behavior, especially with the Empress in reverse. The Moon, that's emotions, feelings going inward. You know, also focusing on your psychic spiritual gifts, which, again, if you're on this journey, you're probably focusing on some of those things. Yeah, because we've got the Awakening, or also known as Judgment card. Yeah, we have the Knight of Swords here. You want to tell somebody about what you've gone through, what you've experienced, and maybe that's kind of what's holding you up and making it hard for you to decide. Maybe you don't know if you can trust this person. And Ace of Swords in reverse, maybe, yeah, maybe you don't have clarity on them. Maybe you don't know, maybe it's this Empress in reverse. Maybe that's a different person. Maybe that's somebody that you're not sure if they're just like the past or if they're like the current. Yeah, with the 9 of Swords in reverse here, it's like the end, though, of that kind of heartbreak. And we have the 7 of Swords here. It's like you've strategized long enough. You've also walked away from things that are no longer serving you. It's falling underneath the 6 of Swords here. So you've been on this journey. And we had the 8 of Swords earlier, being lost in your head, but it's upside down, so you've already overcome that. And whatever it was that you walked away from, or you're incorporating within yourself moving forward, it's no longer hurting you. So remember to focus on this new beginning, whatever it is, and to take action. Like Spirit is telling you, take action. And remember that whatever it is you're striving towards, whether it's love, whether it's a new business, whether it's your spiritual path, mending a family situation, creating a business, whatever it is, because I'm referring to the 3 of Pentacles earlier in reverse, it's like there's something new that you can build, but you have to take action. It's time. All right, we are going to pull from this Medicine Heart Oracle, and we will consider this our closing message for the week of April 21st to 27th. Also, even though it's next week, I just want to say happy Beltane to my fellow pagan freaks. Sending you all so much love. I hope you enjoy the holiday. That's on the 30th, by the way. The 30th and the 1st of May. In case you were wondering and watching this later. I shared this deck last week, I believe. It's got the art of Alana Fairchild, and the messages are a little lengthy, so if you don't want to Hang in there. Thank you again. Hit the like button, please, so the algorithm picks up my videos so I can continue building this beautiful community that I am so appreciative of. I'd also like to make a note that there is a chance I may skip next week's reading. If you really, 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 really want me to do it, leave me a comment and I will consider it, but I've got a lot going on next week, and that's only relevant to anybody on this video in real time. In the future, disregard if you are still hanging in there. 111 on the timer, by the way. Synchronistic number, new beginnings. It has begun. Alright, what do we have here? This one's calling to me. Oh, that is so cute. I'm going to show Matter Materia Medica, number 4. What is desired and needed is spontaneously arising in your world even now. Connect with your heart to realize this. We talked about heart chakra work earlier, opening your heart chakra, remember? Connect with your heart to realize this. You bundle the Matter Materia Medica as you intentionally and magnetically gather to you that which nourishes, protects, and empowers you in claiming your most sacred fruition. Relax into your trustworthy bond with Earth Mother as she generously provides opportunities for inspired manifestation. Trust your process. That's very appropriate. I just got chills. Earth Day is tomorrow in this, I guess in the world, not just the States. Yeah, April 22nd is Earth Day. And it's said to connect with the earth and pretty much look through signs and synchronicities in the universe. And this card, for those of you that are listening in, is a very peaceful woman. Again, woman appearing, gender non-restrictive, okay? Feminine person sitting with their legs crossed, and there's these really adorable monkeys just kind of hanging out with her. Her eyes are closed. She has a compass-like necklace and what looks like a pendulum dangling, so she divines. And I get a feeling of sensing joy and creativity in this. A very almost late spring, early summer energy with the hibiscus. And it just has that feeling of like it's just starting to get warm and the climate is still damp but not quite dried out. I don't know, that seems relevant for some reason. But she's holding these 2 citrus slices in her hands, and oranges are all about upliftment, and they are about happiness and joy. It can also represent solar energies, sacral energies. She is in this like beautiful meditation. There's bamboo also in the back. There are Buddha-like figures, silhouettes. She's sitting on a stone pillar. And one of the monkeys has a quill, it looks like. It's holding it in front of her, like it's ready to write. So it's almost like she's channeling about what makes her happy. And she's surrounded by this beautiful feminine energy, and her spirit guides are behind her. The animals could also represent spirit guides or people in your circle that are close by that you can connect with and feel comfortable with. There are also, there's like a dome, almost like a Indian temple silhouette behind her, and behind her head is, I think, a full moon illuminated. And in each 2 top corners of the card is a sun medallion. Looks like it's painted almost with metallic paint pens, if you know what those are. It's very beautiful. Well, I hope this reading brought you some kind of answers, some kind of guidance. I would love to hear about your experience in the comments if it did. If you have